I was born in South Korea, but I did my high school in Ireland. And when it came time to choose a university to apply to, I wanted to stick to an English-speaking country. I didn't want to go back to Korea. So naturally, I applied to Canadian universities. Now, I was a good student in Ireland, so I thought I would get into one of these universities very easily. So imagine my surprise when the first letter I got was a rejection letter from McMaster. After the rejection letter, I started to get worried that I might not be able to get into any of these universities. But in the midst of all this, I also had to take the Descartes contest, which is a math contest held by the University of Waterloo. This is a precondition for applying to Waterloo. So I took the contest, and the next thing I know, I got an envelope containing a gold medal. And my first reaction was, wow, these Canadian universities are very generous with their prizes. But then I also read the booklet inside, and it turned out that I had placed around 13th out of around 8,000 people who partook in the contest. So the University of Waterloo gave me a scholarship, and that's how I came to Canada.
I did my bachelor's in actuarial science and economics, then a master's degree in quantitative finance. I worked in finance for 10 years after that, first at another fintech startup where we had to do everything from build our own desks and chairs. So I'm used to getting my hands dirty and doing whatever it takes. I went back to school, published a couple papers in AI, and got a certificate in data analytics and machine learning. Then Jin called me out of the blue, asking if I was interested in joining his new company. I had a really good offer from an investment bank, but Jin convinced me to join him instead.
After I finished my bachelor's in computer science, I followed that up with a PhD in financial mathematics. And after that, I was very fortunate to be able to get a job with a great hedge fund in Vancouver. And initially, I thought that was going to be my career. But after a while, I really started to miss being creative. So I left that job to create a website called Money Geek, which provided tools and education for DIY investors. Now, unfortunately, that website didn't work out as a business, but I did meet some great asset managers along the way, and some of them were impressed with what I had built for Money Geek, that they commissioned me to build their tools. And that's how ENJINE got started.
I joined ENJINE in the spring of 2019 as just the 4th ever employee. I come from a background in electrical engineering, and I also worked as a programmer for a few years before I applied. It's definitely a challenge. I mean, the expectations are very high. Your code has to be better than good. It can't just run. It has to be bug-free, as fast as possible, as clean as possible. It's really tough, but everybody who works here is incredibly talented, and they're very willing to help. So it feels really like a team sort of trying to achieve a challenge. It's very satisfying.
One of the things I like about working for ENJINE is that they really value continuous growth and progress. So for instance, we're given between half an hour to an hour a day to learn about something work-related. And we're not only given that time, but one of the things I especially like is that it's considered just as important and is prioritized just as highly as the rest of the work that we do. Every week our managers will check in to see what we covered, and then we also have a chance to share a little bit about what we learned that week with the rest of the team at our weekly all-hands meeting.
They also make sure that we celebrate our achievements. Each time we complete a big project, the people involved in the project get to choose a fun activity which the whole company gets to participate in.
We specialize in creating software for quants. Other software development shops generally can't handle the type of work that we do. They either can't do the math, or they mix up financial concepts all the time. We know finance, math, and programming really well, so our clients generally find it really easy to talk to us about what they want. We understand their needs.
Firms generally commission us to do one of two things. One, they commission us to build tools that highlight their unique value proposition. Two, they commission us to build algorithms which create their unique value propositions. But either way, the common theme among what we do is that we help our clients help their clients make better investment decisions. And that's what the mission of ENJINE is all about, to help people make better investment decisions.